Anne and I just came back from a 1-month-long honeymoon in Africa. Here are some films from that experience. First part of the trip, Manila to Hong Kong. We started off our trip by flying the 2 hours to Hong Kong, then hopping on the 14-hour flight from Hong Kong to Johannesburg. One of the reasons why Anna and I love flying Cathay Pacific is because the food selection is always good, and we always debate on which is the best business class lounge, and we never find it. And finally today we found it. It's the Pier. It's the longest one. What I love about it, they have a coffee place, they have a tea place, they have a detox place, they have a Chinese place, and just lots of good food. Gate 3. It was an extremely long trip, so we are happy we were able to fly business class with Cathay Pacific. I believe we're now 3 hours away from Johannesburg. The seats are so comfortable. It's like a 180 flat seat. You got lots of space. It's nice and wide. And that being said, we just passed out. I've been sleeping for at least, I think, 6 hours. So yeah, we're just gonna get some food, and then we're gonna be in Johannesburg. After a long yet comfortable journey, we finally arrived in Johannesburg. We settled in and went around to visit the Apartheid Museum. Tired from our trip, we just decided to call it a night before taking a flight to Zimbabwe the next day.
Hey love, where are you riding?
You're right there.
Let me stay. Would your arms surround me?
Our first stop was the Manipul's Park. It's one of the last parks in Africa where people can still go on walking safaris and have a much closer experience to the animals. We did things here that felt extraordinary, from getting up close and personal with wild elephants,
when the stars glow bright, the summer's old,
to getting into canoes on the mighty Zambezi River, navigating between crocodiles and large pods of hippos.
and I gave you a rose that you kept unseen, kept unseen.
One of my favorite experiences was when we got really close to a pack of wild dogs and just spent a couple of hours sitting with them. Being with all these animals made me feel so small and insignificant, yet it made me sad that even though we aren't as impressive as them, we as humans are probably the most destructive force on Earth. So we wake up every morning around 4:30 in the morning, and the sounds, you hear the hippos, the crocodiles, everything. Listen.
For us to make it through the night, stormy weather, weary eyes, hope to make it through the night. Before this night is over, I will guide you home. All this time you thought we'd never pay the price.
We're about to go on a canoe safari.
Second time?
Second time, and further down at the Zambezi.
And what are we hoping to see this time?
Crocodiles.
From Maniples, our next stop was the Hwange National Park. We knew that this would be special because once we arrived, our lodge was right in front of an elephant watering hole. Every morning and afternoon, we witnessed their majestic parades of strength. So we literally just woke up, still in Hwange National Park. There's about 40,000 elephants in this park. And every morning when we wake up, they're literally just right behind us. He's not gonna charge.
All this time you thought we'd never pay the price. In the game of love, you have to roll the dice. My heart got 7 years to life. 7 years to life.
We couldn't leave this region without witnessing the might of Victoria Falls. So we opted to stay on the Zambia side of the park and swam the Devil's Pool.
All this time you thought we'd never pay the price.
The protected park right next to our lodge was home to a couple of white rhinos who unfortunately lost a couple of their members about 2 weeks before we had arrived. Poaching for rhino horns, which are basically just made out of the same stuff that our nails and hair is made out of, is wrongly believed to have health benefits and fetches a high price on Chinese markets. I really hope that this stops soon because it's getting ridiculous. Please click the link on the bio if you want to learn more and maybe help in rhino conservation.
Right now we are in Nairobi, Kenya, and today we're going to visit an orphanage, and we're going to visit elephants and giraffes.
To head to our next destination of Rwanda, we first had to stop a couple of days in Nairobi, Kenya. We took that opportunity to learn more about giraffes at the Giraffe Center run by the African Fund for Endangered Wildlife. So this is an orphanage for elephants, she's here too, who have been found in the wild with no parents or hurt, and they've been active for a very long time. So Anna and I sponsored one of the orphans, and hopefully we get to meet her today.
You and me will be alright.
We also got to meet Acacia, the little elephant whose trunk got stuck in a snare, who was the reason why we decided to sponsor the David Sheldrick Wildlife Trust. This was our last stop in Nairobi, and we settled in before taking our next trip to Rwanda, Tanzania, and South Africa. I really hope everyone enjoyed that. I know we didn't really shoot it with anything specific in mind in terms of the story I wanted to tell. Everything was just beautiful, so I just wanted to capture it by video and just figure out a way to put it all together after so that there's something coherent for you guys to watch. There was a lot of footage, so we had to cut it up. So if you like that, please make sure to subscribe because part 2 will be coming out really soon. See you guys.